Well, hello there, it's Christine and welcome to my channel. Today is the 23rd of November 2022 and tomorrow on the 24th we have a new moon in Sagittarius at 1 degree. Sagittarius, a new moon, wanderer of the zodiac. What is the next journey for you? I have spent this morning working out a new moon spread. And I just sort of thought I wanted to share it with you, and I'm going to just switch channels so you can sort of see my plan. The camera didn't like that, did it? So just sort of see what we have here. There we go. So this will be a 4-card spread with the new moon, which magically goes to the east, and I'll work through it. So you will notice me possibly looking over to my notes a little bit because I sort of wanted it to be a little bit rich and enjoyable, hopefully for you. And then also I thought, well, I think this is going to be sort of something that will evolve, and I would love to see, I'll say this before I forget, I would love to see what spread you do for the new moon, and let's see how we get that happening. So I'll just pop that there. Like I said, you'll see me looking over to it. And what I have done here is I picked a significator because in this spread, you don't have to use a significator, but I wanted to, for the purpose of this spread today, use a significator. And the significator for this is the 9 of Wands, as you can see, which is moon in Sagittarius. It is a 3x3 energy card, which is really good for productivity. And as many of you know who follow the moon or empaths and sensitive to moon energies, you will always know that with the moon, it's the new moon is all about doing new things, new beginnings. What journey will you go on next? So I picked this card, and he is also about, the 9 of Wands is about resilience, strength in and determination to do what you've got to do with it. He's also about direction, perception, and a willingness to sort of do what it takes and possibly take risks to make things happen. So I thought that would be a wonderful significator. However, you can use whatever significator you want for this, or no significator at all, or you could put your favorite crystal energy in the middle. You're the boss. So we're going to make that our middle card. Oh, I didn't light the candles. I've moved my office around, if you may have noticed. And oh, that's right, this thing's locked. Sorry about that. Oh, God, it's child-proof, grandma-proof, I think. That's it. No candle today. We'll just have to use the energy and the intention of a candle today. Safety anyway. And so I'm using a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. You can use any deck you like for this. And we will just see what the cards bring us for that. And I put a little moon crystal in the middle. I find, knowing astrology for a lot of years and reading various books since I was about 15 on astrology, that they like this sort of purpley colour. Purple and magenta and these sort of darky blue colours like you see here are very Sagittarian. So let's see how we go. So the first card will be our new moon card, our first quarter moon card, and our full moon card, and our third or last quarter card here. Now I will say this in the beginning, you can often, when you, I don't know about you, but sometimes you can do a reading, what am I meant to be doing? What energy am I meant to be putting into this new year cycle that's happening, new moon cycle, sorry. And you might get a card that sort of really clashes with what you think you want happening. Well, the tip here is to maybe use the card that seems to be in conflict with what you sort of the reading's going as an advice card or a guidance card for the next step, or what you need to watch out for to get to the next step of the phase of this lunar cycle. So our first card, we have the 5 of coins. And where is a good place to direct my energy for this new moon cycle? It was about where this is to the east, and this is the phase of where we're beginning. And maybe going by this, if I'm wanting to, I've got the 5 of coins, and on the surface it's very wintry looking to me, but maybe in the northern hemisphere, if you're watching, it's very much in tune with the season you're in. And it's also about maybe, as all of us, due to other planetary cycles and geopolitical situations throughout the world, maybe we're doing it a bit tough with being able to meet our needs of survival, be it power to heat, or our job situation. And if we've fallen on hard times, where do we need to meet? Where do we need to put our energy to be able to get some plans into action to move forward to a space of, well, he's got this sort of thing of protection around him, hasn't he, with the wands, amongst other things. So, and there is good things and change happening, because 5 is the number of change, and also put energy into bringing about change. Now, I know some people, even myself, would have been like to see a lovely ace of wands there, or an ace of whatever, to think, wow, yeah, this is beautiful. It's all firing up. It just manifests for me because I'm so magical and all that. But the reality is, for a lot of people that I see, we're at this stage of where do I at in this new moon air space, and how do I move forward to something better, something more stable, something more secure. Being Pentacles, they are earth sign energy, so it's all about our stability and what makes us feel secure in this moon cycle. But it also can be what, oh look, I wrote this down. What's the darkness? Because remember that a new moon's actually dark because the sun's creating a shadow, it being in the conjunction. What is the coming through out of the darkness of the new moon that maybe we hadn't expected to begin this cycle? And maybe we need to be just on the lookout of putting some money aside and saving up, so we're not going to do hard times in the future. Either way, we're working towards something better for ourselves. Now, by doing this and by getting our stuff in order to make change, looking at this first card with the new moon, we can direct our energy into moving forward. And then within about 7 days, we will hit what's called, in the lunar phase, the first quarter. And maybe with the cards, with the 5 of Cups, still change, but you've often heard me talk on this channel that change and the phase of the moon don't just instantly. Life is not a straight line in success. Life can be, I want a goal and I want to move forward, and then we go down because we're all G'd up and we do everything, but oh hey, I planted that seed, I got what I needed to get into action, what I needed to do, and I put it all in the ground, so to speak, if it's like a garden, and hold on, it's not sprouting like I thought by the first quarter moon. So there's some decisions we're going to have to make at the first quarter, which is very typical, that we're going to have to become more resilient and get over what's not working and focus on what's moving, so we can build that bridge and move forward with what we're wanting to achieve by in this moon cycle. And by doing this, we can explore what's going on by the full moon. And here we have, at the full moon phase, this wonderful, wonderful sense, and this is about 12 to 14 days after this, of feeling a sense of satisfaction and a sense that we're in control. And it may not be the little stack that we sort of thought we were going to have, if we thought, you know, making our millions or whatever. Maybe it's just, well, I've got a little bit of my goal has come about, and I've got some fruit from my efforts, even though back then I had to make some decisions and tweak what I was doing to get things happening and get things moving the way that I needed to get them moving to be able to achieve what I wanted to achieve in this lunar cycle. And now I can just, in the full moon, sit back for a little bit and reflect on what I've done, sit back and appreciate what I've done, and appreciate that I didn't just throw the baby out with the bath water. Looking back, I kept what I knew was right to do and looked into it and researched it, picked my socks up and went on with doing what needed to be done to continue to get a nest egg, so I felt good, the things I needed for the future, be it Christmas, the New Year, whatever it is you're wanting to do, whatever your goal is and what you're wanting to affect. And I really like the fact that we have gone from change in Earth's energy, even though we're in a fire sign energy of doing, to achieve that stability and that sense of what makes us feel safe and secure. And with the Queens, it's a little bit about knowing to work behind the scenes and keep going when others would have given up with that. So what we can reflect on that is what will give us peace into the next phase, as we sort of can release that, well, I've achieved a little bit. And also, I'll talk about it on another video, but lunar cycles can be a lot longer. I know this is a very shortened lunar cycle for from the new moon in Sagittarius to the full moon cycle in the lunar cycle, but some cycles of gestation are actually not really 9 months, and that will go back, and I didn't look it all up, but we will talk about that on another video. But just in the early stages of introducing this concept and how you can use your cards, or maybe you're using your cards in another way, and that's fine too, you can just do that. So what will bring me inner peace during this declining energy is to be able to work through the possible things that went wrong, the things that when you went through the hard times and you're thinking, well, what will give me inner peace about that? Because I thought it was going to be plain sailing. I really thought I could set out a lunar cycle card reading and I could turn around and manifest my goal, write my goals, and I'm going to do this in the beginning, in the manifestation stage, or the, you know, starting new things stage. Oh, how wonderful. But in reality, it's often a little bit different to that. And I'm feeling, to me, when I look at these cards, that it's very much a true journey. And maybe what will give you inner peace is to have that release and to think of what I achieve. What will give me inner peace is what I've achieved so far in a very short time, I might add. And what do I need to release and let go of in this last third quarter, so that I can, in that last phase. And it's to release any negative emotion or any feelings of failure, and look at it as what a wonderful experience. Energy with the red, and yes, there are 3 swords, but you've learnt a lot and you still achieved by your full moon, and you can just release all the stuff that you had back there, maybe all the doubt you might have had, or the things that went wrong. Can release all of that, and to release all that will clear the way ahead for the next cycle, for the next new moon, which will I pull another card? I'll put these here where you can see them. They're just over there, but I didn't realise they were at a camera. But we could pull another card here. What will I release to give me inner peace ready for the next cycle? And that will be with the 4 of Cups. I need to think of what will motivate me to next. What will give me motivation to keep moving forward and wanting to do things in my life, achieve things in my life. What do I need? What's on offer with all of that? I'll also draw what's at the bottom of the deck, because I love all that. And we had the Empress, isn't she beautiful? And once again, she is there, without sounding too, I talk about her a lot, but it is about remembering what you do have, and you don't need a lot to be happy. Sometimes you just need your favourite cushion on the couch that's really nice when you come home after a day's work, and you can sit in your favourite cushion and have a cup of coffee or tea and think, I'm home, and be feeling blessed of everything we do have and how we can be good to ourselves and to be good to others. So, thank you for watching, and this is a very real reading. I'd be interested to see what comes up for you. I've covered all my notes with that, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.